All right, fast 15 minutes in social media, fast 15 minutes on the internet. My name is Judson Powell. All right, we're going to continue where we left off yesterday. Uh, Interesting conversation with somebody today. We were talking about the patriarchal versus the matriarchal society. And of course, y'all, all the religious zealots, they don't like the fact when you say that the black woman is God, because they all have this different paradigm about how, God is seen. Okay, so now in African spirituality, uh, we don't look at it, or they didn't. Our ancestors didn't look at it quite in the same way. The terminology God is a Caucasian, Greek Roman structure. It is a construct that is created by the white man. All right, and the reason why that structure was created was so that they could create a patriarchal society, meaning that the man was in charge of everything. And they did this because they wanted to be able to enslave women. Women were the first commodity, and they still are a commodity. Nobody, like if you're a cute woman, somebody will take you in, and somebody will love you, right? That's just the bottom line. A man can't get no love, and here's why. The woman is, once again, like I said yesterday, the woman is the conduit between the universe and the spiritual world and the physical plane, or the earth. That's how you get here. You get here through the woman. All right. No matter how they try to size it up, that's the only way that you can be. You're born. So when you're born, you come through the conduit, which is your mother. All right. The other thing that does is it also makes the woman more spiritual. Why? Because she's dealing constantly, even through her physical pain and everything that she goes through during a pregnancy, right? She is constantly dealing with what? She's dealing with emotions, she's dealing with physicality, she's dealing with spirituality, all right? Because she's in constant contact. Why? Because that baby is inside of her. Now, not to say that all women, there's no all and everything, but most of the time, that's why, like, people talk about women having, senses, having a sixth sense. Well, that's what it is. It's just her spirituality. And why is it her spirituality? It's her spirituality because that sixth sense is the Most High speaking to her. And he has put her, and once again, I don't even want to give a gender to the Most High, but the Most High has given her that sense so that she can protect her children. And what y'all don't realize is also that she can protect her husband, which is why they have tried to, pollute this situation. All right. And they have lied about the situation. Now, remember, we talked about netters, and that you're not really you're God, and all of those little things they call gods or deities or whatever, not true. They're netters. They're just part of your human nature. Hue, color, color, man, womb, man, woman. Okay, it's just a part of your nature. Okay, so what did the Greeks and the Romans and the Caucasians, what did they do? They learned your nature. And so what did they do? When they learned your nature, they started to use your nature against you. So that's why we talk about having an independent media and all of these kind of stuff, because as I influence your mind, whatever I can do to influence your mind, then I can change your belief system and what you believe is truth or what you believe is factual. And that's all they did. So throughout time, what they have done, just like, for example, words. Okay, so they took the word negus and turned it into nigger. All right. And now we freely call each other nigger. Not a problem. But it is a negative connotation. And every time you say it, you release spiritual energy into the universe to make it seem as though you're less than what. The same thing with the word master. Just like they use the word master, or the Bible says don't call another man father, all of these different things. Well, these things are falsisms. They're false. They're completely false. All right. You don't call you should not be going around calling a man master. What? You are the master of your own soul. You are the master of your own fate. You are the master of everything that happens to you. And everything that happens to you is because of what? The universal law of action. You took action, and then whatever action you took, you suffer the consequences and the repercussions of that action. All right. So that's why when people are like doing it, there's no accountability. You're not holding it. Everybody wants to blame God or blame the devil. Oh, God didn't see fit to do this for me, or the devil did this. It's not true, because why? Just like I said yesterday, you are both. You are the devil and you are Christ, meaning your seventh chakra. Your Kundalini is your base chakra, or the root chakra, and then it rises up. The Kundalini rises up through you, through all the other chakras, and then finally you get to the crown chakra, and the crown chakra is not even in your body. That's when you become enlightened and you become spiritual. But they don't want you to know that. Okay, now back to the woman. All right, the woman, because she is connected spiritually, just like everything, even cutting, there's research now showing that even when you cut an umbilical cord, that is like wrong science. It's wrong, because you're taking what? You're taking nutrients away from the newborn baby that the Most High gave the woman to give to that child. And so they started doing stuff like that. That's why, and it has to do with health. And remember, I posted, like, I think about a week ago, and I was posting about alchemy. Alchemy just means it's chemical change. And changes occur. Why? Because of the things we do. So the reason why you have higher incidence of certain disease, or even now, autism and all of these different things that we have, it's all because we are at birth, from the beginning, we are not given the nutrients we need. Why? From our mother. So the mother, for all intents and purposes, if there is such thing as God, then she would be God. She is also the first teacher. Why? Because she teaches you everything. She teaches you how to eat. For when you get here, you don't know how to eat. She teaches you how to eat. She teaches you how to walk, how to talk, how to wipe your butt, everything. So the mother is the first teacher. She is the foundational teacher. All right. So she teaches you to get above what? To get above your root chakra, above your Kundalini. Because you're gonna want to eat, you're gonna want to use the bathroom, all those things are just natural, right? Okay, and so you're not thinking about it, but subconsciously, as soon as a baby comes out of the womb, it wants to go to its mother, and it already knows its mother. Okay, when it comes down to fathers, there has to be a bond. Okay, now the other thing is, if you ever notice, and once again, I like to reiterate this, if you ever go in and just pull up some African art, and especially Kemetic art, and what do you see? What is the single common denominator? Is that whenever you see a man, a woman, and a child, the woman is always in the position of protection. Why? Because once again, her connection to the spiritual world. That's why more women are in church. They're more emotional, and it's not bad. The fact that we're different is important, because men are what? They're like practical. Men are looking at, stuff that's concrete. Women don't look at concrete stuff. They look at, sometimes the Most High will just give them a feeling, an emotion, or whatever that will protect you. That's why marriage is so important, and that's why the main focus after the Caucasian learned our nature, right? They studied our stuff. They're still studying our stuff. They're still over right now. They're in Kemet pulling stuff out the ground. Why? Because it talks about our nature and it's scientific. It has nothing to do with what you feel or what you think or what you believe. The thing about it is confusing what you believe with facts is bad. It's horrible. It's literally horrible. Because the thing about it is I can get you to believe anything. But stuff that's actual and factual, it's going to happen. Universal law is going to happen. I always talk about gravity. If you throw something up in the air, what's going to happen? It's going to come back down. It's gravity. It is here in the earth. It is going to happen. No matter what, no matter who you are, and that's the other thing I say, even race and all that. The whole thing behind racism and everything else is what? It's the fact that they're trying to get you to go against universal law. Because universal law has nothing to do with race. Okay? It really doesn't. It has nothing to do with race. It does not. It has nothing to do with where you were born on the earth. None of that stuff. Nationality, anything. Because it happens equally to everybody. If you're here, it's going to happen. All right, and if it doesn't happen, then you probably are Jesus. But anyway, that was a spirituality joke. Anyway, but what I'm trying to get you to understand is, if you ever see the artwork, you always see the woman with her arm around the man and holding his hand in a pose of protection. The other thing that you see in these statues is what? You constantly see the throne on the head, meaning that she supports this man. So what did black exploitation films do? So they get control of the media, just like even with cowboys. Let's go back further. Let's go back to cowboys. Okay, they weren't no white cowboys. Y'all really think like right after slavery and they was going across, you really believe, and they didn't tell nobody in Texas until a couple of years later? So who you think was really rustling them cattle and was branding cattle and did all that stuff? But they changed the narrative, just like they made the story, the whole Exodus story. What did they do? They put white people in it to make you to change your belief system, to make you believe that that's what it was. And I remember when I first learned, I went, Dr. Daddio, my boss, he took me to the Bill Pickett Rodeo. And I seen all these black cowboys, and then I started reading the history of the cowboys. I was like, man, you mean to tell me that we did all this stuff? Because up until then, if you watch TV, you thought every cowboy, you thought John Wayne was the man, And then you found out John Wayne was a racist, and he really wasn't the man. So the woman is always, even in the game of chess. Chess is a game from Alkebulan. It was invented by Africans. Okay, it was invented by us. And if you play chess, once again, I've told you about this before. If you play chess, then what is it? You mean it? So if you play chess, who's the most powerful figure on the board? It's the queen. The king moves one space at a time, right? The queen can do anything. She can move all the. I think the only move she can't make is the moves of the knight, and that's the only one. But every other move on the board she can make. So that's what I'm trying to explain to you. The patriarchal system was, it was created just like, and even if you read the Bible is a complete patriarchal book, because they wanted to have control over everybody. So they wanted to, and once again, going back to words, master, even the word slave, all that stuff was put in the Bible. Those words didn't exist in Kemet. Those words didn't exist in Kush. Those words did not exist in Ethiopia. Those were not our words. And we got to stop using those words, just like, and now they call our women bitches and hoes and sluts and ratchet and all of that stuff. Got to get rid of it. It's got to go. Because there's no way that you can make changes if you keep on using the same paradigm. You got to change up the paradigm. And that's the only way change will come. Anyway, Fast 15 Minutes is up. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. My name is Judson Powell. And most of all, always, universally, hit the love button.